and they said, with all due respect, you have to say something.
Okay.
But with all due respect, I had seen a goodwill because during the final remarks, our Governor Sakaja offered himself as the guarantor.
Of what?
Of what?
Of the 7 days dialogue. Because you remember we announced a 7-day dialogue.
Why would you have Sakaja as a guarantor of a dialogue in a conversation that you are having with the national government through the cabinet secretary? Because why would you trust Sakaja to speak on matters of national interest? Because fuel reduction, fuel estimates is done by an agency within the ministry. So the conversation was between the Transport Cabinet Secretary, was within the Energy Cabinet Secretary. One would have hoped that perhaps maybe it would also be a conversation with the Treasury Cabinet Secretary because they are connected in one way or the other. Why trust Sakaja to be a guarantor in a conversation that he shouldn't be in anyway?
Well, remember that in every war, there is time for ceasefire. And we had come out from a stalemate where there was no agreement. So someone has to step in for interventions. And in that case, I believe that Governor Sakaja brokered the intervention because all these people were not in the picture. Yeah? Allow me maybe to use the afterthought.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because remember, the country was heading in the wrong direction. There was a lot of tension in the country. It's only that when I did the statement with all due respect. So in that conversation, when we are having the final remarks, my other stakeholders, they requested that, okay, you have placed the 7-day dialogue time. Who is going to be our guarantor for this to oversee that we reach into an agreement? That is when Governor Sakaja offered himself to be a guarantor. Being that, remember, that day, the 2 days strike, Sakaja had not collected any revenue. Okay?
The city,
things were not getting.
The county of Nairobi,
had being the CEO, had not corrected.
Okay.
So being a politician as he is, he was also suffering. And being a politician again, he placed himself as the common man. Remember, he was elected by the people of Nairobi. And the people of Nairobi were, he knows very well they were going to be on his neck. So he had, even if I was him,
you would have done the same.
I could have done the same to go and then broker this deal.
What turned your visible frustration on Monday night into happiness by Tuesday afternoon?
I was not happy. I'm always an unhappy man. Even if you ask people where I live, where I work, I'm always a smiling man. My job allows me to do that.
You were not smiling on Monday night, Kennedy?
I was not smiling because someone was saying something that I didn't say.
Now, what difference?
The difference is...
They didn't say anything different on Monday night than they did on Tuesday afternoon. Except that we're going to keep it as it is. So diesel still remains 10 shillings less. Kerosene still remains 38 shillings more, right? What they've added to this is that 7 days will allow them, and today is day 3 already. Day 2, maybe 5 more days to figure that out, right? What they've done is that they have said, we'll talk about it for 7 more days. Nothing has changed between Monday night and Tuesday afternoon, but your position has changed.
With all due respect, something changed.
Okay.
Something changed, and this is what changed. Remember, we were to approach the meeting with all the stakeholders.
Okay.
Something happened, and some of us came in late. Yeah? The transport sector most of the players who were on the front line were Matatu people. You enter into a room and you find that your other colleagues has found a window. And that window was the 7-day dialogue conversation. And that is what changed in me.
Yeah.
And you see, sometimes, I have told you, during the war, there is a ceasefire. And when ceasefire takes place, something has to happen.
Okay.
And that is what happened for me. I said, okay, fine, I've entered the room, you are my friends, because we were not enemy. I shook the hand, and we agreed now we are going out. And then if we are going out, this is what we are going to say. There is a reduction of 10 shillings to stand for us between the 7-day dialogue conversation.
Yeah.
I saw a goodwill. For me, that is what made me.
On whose part? Whose good?